Lesson 26, Other GST Summaries. In this chapter, we will discuss about various GST summaries. In our previous chapter, we have discussed about GST summary only. Other remaining GST summaries provided in Busy, we will discuss those in this particular chapter. Basically, we will cover GST summaries like annual GST summary, item wise sale purchase GST summary, sale type summary, purchase type summary, and so on. So, first of all, we'll go to display GST reports, GST summaries. Here you can see a list of various GST summaries is provided. So first of all, here we will discuss annual GST summary. Annual GST summary report provides with a brief view of business transactions recorded during the financial year. The report displays the annual taxable and tax amount, that is output GST, input GST and output RCM, which is bifurcated either monthly or quarterly. On selecting the annual GST summary option, a message box is appearing asking that whether you want to generate report on monthly basis or quarterly basis. So you can select the required option. Then Visa is asking annual GST summary to be generated for inward supplies, outward RCM or all. That is, you want to generate report for all the transactions, so you can select the all option. Then Visa is asking, do you want to include debit credit note? Specify yes in this data field if you want to include debit credit note vouchers also in the report. Then specify the month range, that is starting month and ending month for which the report is to be generated. Next option is consider voucher date, purchase bill date V oblique P. This option is relevant for supply inward transaction. Here you need to specify V if you want to consider voucher date as specified in the header of the voucher. Otherwise, you need to specify P if you want to consider purchase bill date, that is date as specified in the GST reporting details window that appear in the voucher to be considered for generating the report. So you can specify P or V as per your requirement. Then is show tax rate wise bifurcation. Specify Y in this data field. If you want to view tax rate bifurcation also, that is how much tax is at 5%, at 18% and so on. Click OK button. On clicking the OK button, an annual GST summary window is appearing, which is showing input GST, output RCM, and all the details you can see tax rate wise bifurcated and are displayed in the report. Next is item wise sales GST summary. Item wise sales GST summary report displays item wise summary for sales transaction on which GST has been collected. This report classifies on the basis of item. Basically, the report clubs all the sales transaction for a particular individual item and display total taxable and amount and tax amount for it in front of that item. So this would be the format of the report. On selecting this option, BIS is asking, do you want to generate report for one item, all item or group of items? So you can select the required option. Then Vijay is asking, do you want to generate report for B2B transactions, B2C transactions, or for both B2B and B2C transactions? So you can select the required option that you want to generate for business to business transactions, business to consumer transactions, or for both type of transactions. Then specify the starting date and ending date for which you want to generate the report. And next option is consider sale return. If you specify yes in this data field, then sales return transactions would also be included in the report. Otherwise, only sales transaction would be included. Click OK button. On clicking the OK button, an item by sales GST summary window is appearing, which is showing item name, IGST taxable tax amount, CGST taxable tax amount, and so on. So basically, first the name of the item is shown, and in front of that item, all its details like taxable amount, tax amount for CGST, SGST, tax amount is shown. Next is item wise purchase GST summary. Item wise purchase GST summary report displays item wise summary for purchase transactions on which GST has been paid. This report classifies on the basis of items. Basically, the report clubs all the purchase transactions for a particular item and display its total taxable amount and tax amount in front of it. On selecting the item-wise purchase GST summary, a message box is appearing asking that you want to generate report for one item, all item or group of items. Then it's asking you want to generate report for B2B transaction, B2C transaction or both B2B and B2C transaction. Next, you need to specify the starting date and the ending date for which the report is to be generated. After that, you need to specify whether you want to include purchase return transactions also. So if you specify yes in the consider purchase return option, then purchase return transaction would also be included in the report. Next is consider voucher date or purchase bill date. So you can specify V or P as per your requirement. This option we have already discussed earlier in the chapter. Click OK button. On clicking the OK button, an item-wise purchase GST summary window is appearing, which is showing item name, IGST, CGST, SGST, taxable amount, tax amount. This is the format of the item-wise purchase GST summary. Next is Partywise Sales GST Summary. Partywise Sales GST Summary report displays Partywise summary for sales transaction on which GST has been collected. This report classifies on the basis of parties. Basically, this report will show the name of the party, and then in front of that, all the taxable and tax amount for that particular party will be shown. On selecting this option, which is asking, do you want to generate report for one party, all parties, or group of parties? Then it's asking transactions to be picked, B2B transactions, B2C transaction, or both B2B and B2C transaction. After that, you need to specify the date range for which you want to generate the report. And if you want to include sale return transaction also, then specify yes in the consider sale return option. On clicking the OK button, a party-wise sales GST summary window is appearing, which is showing party name, GSTIN, then IGST, CGST, SGST, taxable amount, tax amount, and so on. Next is Partywise B2B Purchase GST Summary. This report displays Partywise summary for B2B purchase transaction on which GST has been paid and ITC is to be claimed. This report classifies on the basis of parties. On selecting this option, this is asking, do you want to generate report for all parties, group of parties, or one party? Then specify the starting date, ending date, and specify V if you want to consider voucher date, or specify P if you want to consider purchase bill date in the consider voucher date, purchase bill date option. Click OK button. On clicking the OK button, a party-wise B2B purchase GST summary window is appearing, which is showing party name, its GSTIN, number of invoices, total taxable value, tax paid. If you press enter key on any of the entry, then further its detail will be shown. Like this is showing all the invoices for that particular party. Next, we have pressed enter key on the second entry. Again, this is showing the invoice that are entered for this particular party. If we press enter key on the third entry, then it's showing details of the invoice entered for this particular party. Next is sale type summary. Sale type summary report displays sale type wise summary for sales transaction on which GST has been collected, and this report classifies on the basis of sale type. Basically, report clubs all the sales transaction for a particular sale type and display its total sale amount and tax amount in front of that sale type. On selecting this option, you need to specify the date range and then click OK button. On clicking the OK button, a sale type summary window is appearing, which is showing first the name of the sale type, then sales amount, IGST, CGST, SGST amount, cess amount, then sales return amount if any, and again IGST, CGST, SGST for sales return. Next is purchase type summary. Purchase type summary report displays purchase type by summary for purchase transaction on which GST has been paid. The report classifies on the basis of purchase type. Basically, the report clubs all the purchase transaction for a particular purchase type and display its total purchase amount and tax amount in front of it. On selecting this option, next you need to specify the starting date, ending date. Click OK button. On clicking the OK button, a purchase type summary window is appearing, which is first showing the name of the purchase types, then the purchase amount, IGST, CGST, SGST, cess amount if any, then purchase return amount, and IGST, CGST, SGST cess for the purchase return if any. So this is all we have to discuss in this particular chapter. At the end of the chapter, we have provided certain exercise. You can view the exercise on screen and attempt it. Hope after going through this chapter, all the GST summaries would be clear to you. Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.